Well, welcome everyone. My name is Jon Brenneman, and I am the president here at MOAA Vacations today. MOAA Vacations. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. I'm also like to introduce my co-host Jodi Murphy with Regent Seven Seas Cruises. Hi, Jodi.
How are you today?
Pretty good. I think this is our fifth webinar over the past. I guess it's the first one of the year, right?
Yes, it is our fifth, though, yes.
There you go. All right. Well, before we get started, I wanted to remind everyone that when this webinar is concluded, we will upload it to the MOAA Vacations YouTube channel. And then tomorrow we will send everyone an email that will include a link to this webinar so you can view it again at your leisure. If you missed part of it, you can go back to it. And of course, we want to invite you to share this with any friends or family or fellow MOAA members who you know who might be interested in Regent Cruises or in anything that we might say today. If you have any questions during the webinar, there is a little chat button. Feel free to go ahead and ask your questions there. We will answer them at the conclusion of the presentation. In just a minute, I'm going to turn it over to Jodi. Jodi's going to talk a little bit about Regent Seven Seas. For those of you who may not be familiar with them, or it's always nice to get a refresher because there's so much that they offer. I think it'll be great interest to everyone. After that, we do have the promotion that we wanted to talk about today. We actually have 30 cruises, which we can offer a discount of up to 30% on, which is unprecedented level of discount. We've never been able to offer anything like that before. I will post a link to all 30 departures so you can see all of them. Obviously, in a 1-hour webinar, we don't really have time to go over all of them. Jodi will. We kind of looked through the list and picked the 4 or 5 we thought would be of the most interest to MOAA members such as yourself. So Jodi's going to kind of go through those. We do have other promotions that we have going at the same time. So if you look at that list of those 30 departures and for whatever reason, none of them really kind of fit what your travel plans are, be sure and get a hold of us. We do have a lot of different promotions, and Jodi's going to go through all of that. And then, as I said, after her presentation, we'll answer everybody's questions. For those of you who haven't cruised on Regent Seven Seas Cruise before, or actually not everybody be familiar with this, I've personally been on them. They are without peer. When you hear about their all-inclusive and everything they include, the value that they provide, it's unbelievable. We actually have a web page, and I'll include that link tomorrow as well. But we actually compare Regent to other luxury lines or other premium brands, and you can see the value that they provide. In fact, Regent, we just finished 2022. Last year, more MOAA members purchased a Regent cruise than any other luxury ocean cruise line. So they are the choice of your fellow MOAA members, and there's a reason. And we're going to kind of go through that today. I did want to talk real brief, and I know kind of looking at the list, we always look at the registration list. We do have some people who've not attended a webinar before. So I always like to take just a minute and talk a little bit about MOAA Vacations. There are 30,000 plus travel agencies in the United States. So why did MOAA select us to be their travel agency? And I know a lot of you have heard me say this before. The number one thing is the superior service that we offer. We are the only travel agency in the United States that offers travel on a satisfaction guaranteed basis, which means that if you have any issues before or during your cruise or your tour or your vacation trip, we'll actually resolve those to your satisfaction. We guarantee the lowest price. We do have a free amenity program with Regent. That is a $250 onboard credit. That applies to any Regent cruise that you go on any ship, any date. And it actually even combines with the 30% off date. So it's an easy amenity to keep track of. No matter when you go or where you go with Regent, you get a $250 onboard credit, which basically means you get the lowest price and a value-added amenity. And then we also do the opportunity for what we call group departures. That's the opportunity for you to cruise or go on a land tour with your fellow MOAA members. If that's something you're looking for, we do have groups set up with Regent, but none of them are the 30% dates. And as I said, that unprecedented level of savings that we're offering through these select 30 sailings are something that's really special. So hopefully, when you get a chance to look at the list of the departures, one or more of them will kind of meet your travel plans for this year, and you can join us for this phenomenal opportunity. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Jodi. We got a lot to get through today. I'm going to shut my camera off, but I'm going to be online so you can ask questions in chat while Jodi's talking. And as I mentioned, I'm going to post that link so you can look at all the 30 departures. It looks like we got a question already. So Jodi, without any further ado, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thanks, John. So thank you all who have joined on the webinar and those who end up watching the replay. As John and I were talking in the beginning, this is our fifth webinar with MOAA, and so we started this last January, and it's just blown up. And so I'm excited to be able to talk today about Regent to you, but talk to you about these special 30 sailings that have a 30% savings. So unfortunately, we can't show all of the 30 sailings, but we do have 5 that we'll talk about. And then as John said, there's others. And if any of the 30 are of no interest, we do have some other offers going on right now, which I will also be sharing. So I'm going to also turn off my video here and get going. So if you've been on my webinars before, some of this will be familiar to you. And if you've not, I hope that you learned something today. But I have been with Regent for actually 23 years this month. And it's just it's an amazing company. And it says a lot about a company when there are people that have been with them for so long. And I'm, not the only one, but 23 years this year, actually a couple weeks ago, or a week ago or so. So first off, I wanted to show you a video highlighting why our guests love Regent, why they continue to come back year after year. And this is coming from, right from the horse's mouth. It is from our guests themselves, and most of them being past passengers with us, and some actually, when these were recorded, it was their first cruise with us. So enjoy this video.
As we embark on our 30th anniversary, I'm reminded of all the aspects that truly make Regent such an unrivaled experience. Our guests, our crew and staff, our partners. But the best way to explain it is to experience it.
All right, we could go all the way back to when Regent was Radisson, and we were smitten with the whole concept of touring, or cruising, really, in those days, and the bug bit us, and we have stuck around all these years since then.
And because of the people and the friendships that we have made on these trips, it's just fabulous.
That's the thing that's really great about it, is that there's something for everybody. There's quite a diverse number of different tours, and it's all included, and it's always exactly what you want.
What makes Regent so special? It's a tough question. There's so many things about Regent that are special.
It's been a wonderful experience, made a lot of good friends, terrific memories.
This has by far exceeded all of our expectations. Incredible time, the vacation of our lives.
What makes Regent so special is actually the spirit of family. It's actually the caring, the love, and of course the spirit that we show to our guests.
But to me, the Regent family is what makes it so special. It's that connection between our guests, our crew, and our travel partners.
Regent is a fantastic family for our guests.
It definitely feels like a family.
The guests and the crew, the interaction there was among each other was something that I never experienced before. Am I dreaming, or what is the trick? It must be somewhere.
I think from our very first Regent cruise 9 years ago, from then on, it's been Regent, because nobody can compare. to the service and the quality, the food, the whole package is perfect.
They really, they care for you. They care about you. They're friends. They're not just, they're not just working for the company. They're, they're very special, and we all care about them.
From the beginning, it has been in our DNA to provide guests an exceptional onboard experience, including personalized and friendly service and immersing our guests in destinations throughout the world.
The service on board, everything that the Regent does for you just makes you want to come back again and again.
Just happy to be home kind of feeling. And I get choked up just thinking about it. They are family. For sure, yes.
It has been an incredible journey over these past 30 years, and I'm so excited for us to experience the next 30 together.
A huge congratulations, Regent, on your 30th anniversary, and here's to another 30 more. Long may she sail.
Happy 30th anniversary, Regent.
It's really a good experience. The 30-year is a good mark, and they've done a really good job, and the evolution of Regent has been spectacular.
Happy anniversary, Regent.
Happy birthday, Regent, to another wonderful 30 years together.
Happy 30th anniversary, Regent Seven Seas Cruises.
Regent is magnifique.
Happy anniversary, Regent.
So 2022 was actually our 30th anniversary, but I just love that video so much. And we're not, we're not far out from 2022. It's just the beginning of 2023. So I wanted to share that. But the future is certainly bright for luxury cruising, and really for Regent in particular, as we are seeing incredible demand for our product. And to put that into perspective, our 2025 World Cruise, for example, it was fully reserved prior to actually officially going on sale. Our last new season launch, that was on August 24th of last year, saw the biggest booking day in Regent's history. We're also seeing global travel restrictions dramatically relax, which makes it easier to get back into seeing the world. And we have a few exciting offers in the market. And for those of you that are joining us today at the event, there's an exclusive offer as well that we'll talk about at the end. So what business trends are we seeing? So luxury customers are looking for bigger and better experiences. They want to elevate their overall vacation experience with everything that we've been through during the pandemic. People are looking to travel as a priority and to celebrate missed special occasions. And we particularly are well placed to answer all of these needs with our unrivaled service levels, not just for cruise, but for travel overall. So now is the time to dust off of your wish list, start planning your Regent cruise to the destination you've been dreaming of. Now, for those of you who are newer or less familiar to Regent, I'll start with a quick overview. Regent is the leading luxury cruise line operating a 5-ship fleet that we call the world's most luxurious fleet. We offer an unrivaled experience with every luxury included. So what makes the Regent experience so special? Well, we've always believed that travel is not a reason to compromise, and when on vacation, your experience should be unrivaled in every way. So for our discerning luxury clientele, that means delivering the highest standards of service on board our beautifully designed luxurious ships and being able to enjoy the most immersive of travel experiences. So with our beautiful fleet of 5, we cater from 482 is our smallest ship up to 732 guests. So we are small, we are intimate, no lines with Regent. We've had a full refurbishment on all of the ships after our Seven Seas Explorer came into service in 2016. And then Seven Seas Splendor came into service in February of 2020. And we all know what happened in March of 2020, and all of our ships were, docked basically. Now, We started back in the water in September of 2021 with Seven Seas Splendor, brand new, being the first ship out since the pandemic. So we have an average crew to guest ratio of 1 to 1.4. Remember that this is a fact that sets us apart from many other cruise lines out there. We do have a new ship arriving in November of this year. We're very excited to bring on Seven Seas Grandeur. Now, our ships are all suite, 98% private balcony. So only one of our ships, being Seven Seas Navigator, offers anything other than balconies. This ship is our only ship that has window staterooms, is Seven Seas Navigator, and is our smallest ship. Otherwise, everything else is all suite, all balcony with Regent. I always like to show this image. If you've been on my webinars before, it really puts it into perspective and sums it up. It says it all right here. A truly enjoyable and uncrowded embarkation process. This is our Seven Seas Voyager here. So not even our smallest ship at 680 passengers. So if you're looking for less crowds, no lines, ease of vacation, it's time for you to look at Regent. Now, Regent is built on 5 key pillars, and it starts with the destination. And we visit over 450 destinations worldwide, visit over 350 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and offer over 2,000 free unlimited shore excursions on our cruises. Now, immersive exploration is central to our promise, and not only do we take our guests to all of these destinations, but we let you experience it with unlimited complimentary shore excursions with local experts in every port of call. So our thousands of free unlimited shore excursions are just the start of this incredible array of opportunities ashore. And it's not just shore excursions. Actually, our unrivaled experience has every luxury included. So our guests have the comfort of knowing that every imaginable detail is taken care of, and that makes for a very special and unique vacation experience. And nobody goes to greater lengths to make sure your cruise is as special with every luxury included than Regent. So what we include on every single cruise is airfare, and that's business class air on intercontinental flights, economy air on domestic. It is included. We include transfers with our air package, specialty dining. There is no additional cost for the specialty dining venues. Drinks, that includes fine wines, premium liquor, specialty coffees, freshly squeezed juice at breakfast, bottled water, your in-suite mini bar that is personalized to you and replenished daily. That is included, no additional charge. The free unlimited shore excursions, as I mentioned, internet is included. We offer a pre-cruise hotel package in concierge suites and above, so you don't have to worry if something happens with your flight. As we all know, things are going a little crazy these days with air travel, but with these included pre-night hotel, you won't have to worry with that. We also include gratuities. Yes, we absolutely include gratuities. So no tipping is required on board Regent. And new when we started back to cruising in 2021 is we added valet laundry to that. And that has been so popular with our guests because imagine, if you're going on a 19-day cruise, you don't have to pack as much as you would before, thinking that you didn't have any way to do your laundry. So these are the inclusions with Regent Seven Seas Cruises. Now we offer personalized service at every turn, and once you sail with us, once you indulge in our unrivaled experience, you will become a guest for life, and you build bonds and friendships with our incredible crew and join our Regent family. And as you heard on that video, it is a family. And even for me, working shoreside, it is a family and has always been, and which is part of the reason why I've been here for 23 years. Now we also offer exquisite cuisine and unrivaled dining experiences across multiple specialty dining venues. Our executive culinary team, who have worked all around the globe, they bring decades of experience and flavor to every single dish. We have open seating dining and open dining, and meaning, as I had mentioned, with the specialty venues, you don't have to pay for those. and it's all complimentary. So, and that includes in-suite dining. We'll serve you course by course in the evenings, and you can order off of our main dining room menu on your balcony, in your suite. You have plenty of space to dine with whomever, whenever, wherever you wish. Plus, we offer additional culinary experiences, such as our Gourmet Explorer tours. So 2 of our ships and our new ship will have a culinary arts kitchen. So with these culinary arts kitchen, there are classes that if you are a foodie, you are able to purchase, and you can add on these Gourmet Explorer tours or shore excursions. So where you go into the city with the chef and you pick out all of the local ingredients that you will need for your experience in the culinary arts kitchen. And it's just a wonderful experience. And really, we have something to satisfy the most passionate foodies with our culinary programs there. And our luxurious accommodations, they come with large balconies. And because we believe that lavish personal space is core to experiencing the ultimate in luxury travel, you don't have to compromise on board Regent Seven Seas Cruises. Now, space is really, it's more important than ever, right? Since 2020, we all get that. And our Unrivaled Space at Sea campaign that we started in 2020 has really been a key differentiator for us in the current environment, with all of the other options that you have out there for cruising. And having that abundant space and service on board our ships is nothing new. It's not a revolutionary concept for us, but it's a strong reminder of why personal space, attentive service, and balconies are more important than ever. And a lot of mindsets have shifted in guests, and you want that space now, and you realize why it is so important now. So we pride ourselves on having the world's most luxurious fleet, and we've invested hundreds of millions of dollars to ensure that our ships are perfected. The quality and the craftsmanship of our ships is really unparalleled. And again, I'll say this again, that space is a key differentiator. So in this example, you want to look at our Seven Seas Splendor here compared to a premium cruise line, for example. So we have 732 guests compared to 3,046 guests. So if you're a more visual person, I like to point out here that on board Regent, in this example, each person here represents 100 guests. The guest capacity, again, 732. So you can see how much space you have between all of these little people here. And on this other ship, same, each equals 100 guests, and how much space you don't have here. Now, this year, and I've talked to some advisors that have sailed, and I know that Jon can actually attest to this too, and coming back from a cruise and saying, gosh, it didn't seem like it was full. What was it, half full? No, actually, it was almost completely full. You don't get that sense of fullness and people everywhere and crowded. So that's a huge key differentiator with Regent. I wanted to give you a look at our value comparison here, and we do these. We compare these every year and update pricing and make the changes as needed, because a lot of cruise lines, they are packaging things in and doing things so that it might be less confusing and so forth. But just remember that Regent is truly the most inclusive cruise line and luxury cruise line out there. So in this example in the Mediterranean, and we're comparing a premium cruise line compared to our Seven Seas Voyager here. We have a 12-night cruise on both. The guest capacity is 680 passengers or guests on Seven Seas Voyager. On this premium cruise line, it's 1,317. The suite size, both would be balconies, comparable suites, as close as we can get. Now, our cruise fare in this example starts at $14,299. And a lot of times, that's a big number, and, it can be A little shocking, I guess, to say the least. But when you look at it, and you really have to look at it, and this is where MOAA Vacations comes in to show this to you, because we include the round trip business class air, we include the transfers, the shore excursions, Wi-Fi, gratuities, drinks, bar, wine, gratuities, alternative dining, government taxes and fees. So by the time you got off of this cruise here, you wouldn't have to spend anything else on board unless you wanted to. You would have been paying the same price that you would have paid when you started, when you booked it. In this other example here, on this larger ship, you have to add on all of these things that we don't include. So our price is not less here, but it's not much more. And you also have to look at and think about what type of experience do you want? It's a whole different experience. And I know that Jon has sailed on quite a few cruise lines, and this is where, again, that they come in. So here's another example in Northern Europe. This example is our Seven Seas Splendor at 732 guests. This premium cruise line average, or it's 3,018 guests. So we get everything as comparable as we can. And again, go down the line, our price stays the same. This premium cruise line, you still have to add all these things, or maybe they had a package where they added and included the bar, drinks, wine, gratuities, etc. But it comes out pretty close. So would you rather sell a ship of 3,018 people or 732? Would you rather have to, sign for your drinks and pay for your food, or, have to choose between a shore excursion or a specialty venue, or whatever it may be? The experience is completely different on Regent, and it's just it really makes a huge difference in your vacation experience all around. So that is something for you to think about and look at. Again, talk to MOAA Vacations about this, because they can also explain this to you. Now, I wanted to show you a little bit of imagery on our brand new ship, Seven Seas Grandeur, arriving in November of this year. This ship is branded as a Heritage of Perfection, and she's really taking our unrivaled experience to a whole new level. And I wanted to show you because it's just absolutely gorgeous. So this is our main dining room, Compass Rose. And Compass Rose is the main dining room across all of our fleet. This is the largest, what we call specialty restaurant at sea, where you can actually fully customize your dining experience. So Compass Rose is not really a specialty restaurant. However, each night the menu changes in this venue and offers selections from all of the specialty venues. So you can sample the specialty venues, food, cuisine, in Compass Rose. In Compass Rose, you can dine at whatever time the hours are open with whomever you would like. No reservations required. Actually, just an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful venue. Now, this is our chic French restaurant called Chartreuse, and this is inspired by the French glamour of Paris in 1925. The chandelier here you see at the top of the image is sketched from the iconic Coco Chanel fabric of this time. So every place on board this ship is going to look different and have a bit of a different feel and design. This is the observation lounge. It will have a more relaxed tone of luxury. It's got this spectacular chandelier here. It's built of thousands of crystals that are sewn into this organic mesh structure, and it really just creates a very special place. And then on board our 3 Explorer class ships, Explorer, Splendor, Grandeur, we have a suite. It's called the Regent Suite, and it boasts over 4,000 square feet of space. It's got every imaginable amenity included, such as a full spa with free unlimited spa treatments. The suite has really been designed with a discerning art collector in mind, and it's just really what we call the most luxurious address at sea. So this is just the living room, and you can see into the dining room. There's not a way to even show you close to of all that this suite has to offer. But this is one of the bedroom areas on board this suite. And of course, the Regent Suite has always had the best views in the house at the top of the ship with a panoramic wraparound balcony. But on this new ship, our Grandeur, the skylit, this glass enclosed parlor here is different than the other ships. It doesn't, the other ships don't have this glass enclosed parlor. So it just really makes for those even better views. Now, this is the Constellation Theater on board Seven Seas Grandeur, and where you can enjoy the fantastic shows from the Broadway musicals to comedy and enrichment lectures. So even though our ships are small, we still have entertainment on board for you. Also, a sneak peek of our Serene Spa entrance for all of your spa treatments here. And then the spa is actually located at the back of the ship with this spectacular views, and outdoor space actually boasts 3 hot tubs. So, you know, waiting for you to sit and enjoy the sunset on the back of the ship and just relax. So that is really my overview of the brand, of the Regent brand. And I hope that, you know, maybe you have some sort of moment, some celebration that you held off maybe since 2020 and you're waiting to celebrate in the near future, or you do have something coming up, a special anniversary, special birthday, a celebration for anything. So we want you to celebrate those unforgettable moments with Regent. And we all know that the most important part of choosing a vacation is the destination. So maybe some of you have an idea of where you want to go already. Maybe you don't, but we have cruises all over the world, and wherever you want to go, we can make the experience more special and more memorable than anyone else, we believe. So is there anyone, if you know, that you're particularly excited about? So brought to life through our destination immersive tours included free in every port. So the free unlimited shore excursions that we talked about. We have multiple other ways for you to truly immerse yourself into the destination with Regent. And for the sake of time, you know, we're not going to go into detail on everything. We did talk about the free unlimited shore excursions. Now, Regent Choice shore excursions, these are upgraded shore excursions, for example, where it might have a smaller group, or it was, say, a helicopter tour over a glacier in Alaska, for example. So those are going to be tours that do have a cost. Now, if you have, well, all of you will have at least $250 in shipboard credit for booking with MOAA Vacations. And you can use that shipboard credit to pre-book and pay for any upgraded shore excursion. So essentially, you wouldn't have to pay for anything additional if you didn't want to. We also offer small group tours for Regent Choice tours. So, you know, these might be a tour that might have been a bit bigger, but we took it and, you know, branched it off and made a separate smaller group tour. So you've got that little bit of that more in-depth experience there. Go local tours are tours that say that you've been to Rome a few times, and there is a cruise that you go on that goes to Rome, but it's got all of these other bucket list destinations that you want to check off with your list. So in these select destinations, Rome is one of them. We have go local tours now, where you go into the city with a local, really see the city through their eyes, do things that you never would have been able to experience before with these go local tours. You know, go to those true, authentic, hole in the wall dining venues, you know, spend the days on their fishing boats, learn about their lives, and just really do things that you never would have done before. And those have been very, very popular. I talked about the Gourmet Explorer tours. Those are for our foodies there who want to have that chef-led tour. We offer wellness tours, bespoke arrangements. I mean, if you say you want to choose what you want to do, you can do that. We offer full day and half day private tours, private car tours that we can do. You tell us exactly what you would like to do and see in these places. We'll send it to our ground operators. We'll set it up, and there you go. You've got a private car and driver right when you get off of the ship that morning, and you go off and do it all on your own. So you really can customize. You can really customize everything with Regent and really make your experience, your vacation, exactly what you want it to be. So it's very, very exciting. So now, you know, for the more exciting part of the presentation, I have a feeling that you all might think that, but MOAA Vacations, again, a great partner. We have done so much in the past year, and I'm very thankful for Jon and his team. And so because of this relationship that we have built over the last year, I'm very excited to be able to offer additional things exclusively to MOAA members, via MOAA Vacations. So first of all, again, $250 shipboard credit on every sailing. However, there are some sailings that there is more shipboard credit available. So up to $1,000 per suite shipboard credit on all departures. So there will be at least a $250 shipboard credit on every departure, but it could go up to $1,000 per suite per departure. So that is new with $1,000, and that is very, very exciting. Now, even more exciting is the ability to be able to offer MOAA members the 30% off on select voyages. And we're going to talk about just a few of these. Again, there's 30, so we really don't have time to go over all of that, but we wanted to highlight a few that Jon felt would be of interest for MOAA members. But remember, there are more. So if you don't see something today that is of interest to you, there's more. So now with the Canada New England, there is this great itinerary where at Quebec in Canada, several ports of call, a lot of Canada, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and then going into Maine and Rhode Island and New York. And this is September 28th, 2023. It's an 11-night cruise, up to 65 included shore excursions on this cruise alone. And this is on our Seven Seas Mariner. And I was looking through shore excursions and trying to see, what we've got out there. And when you're looking at our shore excursions too, we give details on, of course, how long the tour is. Is the activity light? Is it moderate? Is it strenuous? We give all of those details so you can really decide, is this going to fit for you? Is it an accessible tour? There are some that are specific for accessible tours, so we have those noted as well. But for example, I found this, this one is a free tour, and it was a Fundy by Land and Sea with reversing falls. And so when this one, you would drive through St. John's Uptown, and this district was actually rebuilt in the late 19th century. And then you enjoy panoramic views from Fort Howe, which the British built during the American Revolution. Watch the St. John River reverse its flow if the tidal conditions are favorable. And then cruise around the harbor, you're taking in the dramatic vistas. So this was an included tour. And then another one that I was looking at, now this would be a Regent Choice tour, and this would be $169 per person. This was a whale watching by Zodiac Adventure. So this one is 7 hours. It says it was moderate activity where you drive to St. Martin's and then cruise the coastal wilderness in a Zodiac boat and, check out all of the nature in its majesty, behold sea caves that the world's highest tides have carved out of the cliffs. And you discover why the UNESCO has deemed this protected area Biosphere Reserve, and then follow a scenic route back to St. John, pausing at a beach along the way. So those were two tour examples on this cruise. And with up to 65 that are free. Again, there's no way I could to go through all of these for you, but we do have these details on our website as well, where you could look through those. So the next is a couple British Isle cruises. And now this first one is unique because this one actually starts in Reykjavik. So if you wanted to see Reykjavik, I mean, you're going to be there before, you could actually start with a 3-night land program in Reykjavik, where you discover the natural wonders of the southwestern Iceland, waterfalls, glaciers, national parks. We have options like that you can do those land programs with us as well. So this itinerary, again, wonderful, starting in Reykjavik and then going into Denmark, you overnighting in Denmark actually, and then the UK, Northern Ireland, Wales, UK. It's just a really wonderful itinerary here. And again, looking through shore excursions, I found one I thought was interesting, called the Titanic Trail in Belfast. And this is a 4-hour tour. It's an included tour. And in this one, you gain a vivid understanding of the Titanic in the city that she was built. You explore the Titanic quarter and you see the cranes, the drafting rooms, and the pumps. You even walk the slipway that once held the Titanic. You tour the Titanic Belfast. It's a signature building whose shape suggests the hull of the Titanic. And then dive deeper into the history through advanced interactive exhibits that bring you directly into the story. And I thought that was interesting. And then in Liverpool, in the steps of the Beatles, if anybody is a Beatles fan, you're there, you've got to check out something like that. This was a 4-hour tour, moderate activity. It was free. And the details on this is you would travel by coach along the Mercy to the Beatles story. It's a multi-sensory exhibition that presents their journey from childhood to world fame, to the breakup and beyond. So you'll see rare photos, cool memorabilia, stories of their former Liverpool homes, schools, famous venues, et cetera, et cetera. You stop at places that made world famous in song titles and lyrics, like Penny Lane and Strawberry Fields, and visit Matthew Street, home of perhaps the most hallowed of the Beatles landmarks, the Cavern Club. So lots of very cool things, I would have to say, that you could do. Now, another itinerary here is a Copenhagen to London cruise. This is on our Seven Seas Splendor. It's September 12th, 2023, 12 nights. And this includes up to 58 shore excursions. So we've got Denmark, Scotland, the UK, Ireland, and St. Peter Port here. And for shore excursions, I thought maybe some of you were golfers. So in St. Andrews, there was a tour, or in Edinburgh, it's a St. Andrews home of golf. And I didn't know, but that this is where the game began. So if you're interested in that, but this is a 6-hour tour, moderate activity, it was free. So you drive to the town of St. Andrews, you stop at St. Andrew's Cathedral, once was actually the largest and greatest in the land. You see the exterior of the Royal and the Ancient Golf Club, and this is where the golf game began. A guided tour there, and you can go and do some shopping there. And then in St. Peter Port in the UK, I looked at this tour called the German Occupation of Guernsey, and it is 3 hours, free tour, where you visit places where the World War II occupation of Guernsey by German troops comes alive. You visit La Valletta Military Museum, and then there's photo stop opportunities there, overlooking at the Vaison Bay. So, but again, many other shore excursions to look at there. Now in the Mediterranean, we looked at this cruise. It's Venice to Athens. It's October 19, 2023, a 10-night cruise on Seven Seas Navigator. Up to 61 included shore excursions. Now we cannot dock in Venice, so you are about 30 minutes, I believe, away, the port of Fusina. And there are, of course, opportunities. You could do pre-cruise packages. Your advisor can, they can also set up things on their own to go to Venice specifically. That is, of course, a huge bucket list destination place that everyone definitely needs to go. This is a great itinerary, overnighting in Istanbul, visiting many ports in Greece, Montenegro, Croatia. And with this one, of course, in Ephesus, if you go to Kushadasi, you've got to see Ephesus. And I've done this, and it is just an amazing place. 4-hour tour, for example, discover Ephesus with an expert. This is a Regent Choice tour, so we would charge $189. But wow, just breathtaking ruins, and something that you definitely want to see. There are other options in Ephesus that were not at a charge as well. So you do whatever you think would be best for you. Another tour in Istanbul was Istanbul by night. Since you're overnighting in Istanbul, you have that option to actually go out at night, where you wouldn't normally do that on other tours because you leave at night. So this was a 3.5-hour tour at light activity, $79 per person. But driving through Istanbul in the evening when it's dramatically illuminated, you can see the Blue Mosque and so many other things there. And on this one, you actually dine on Turkish cuisine at a seafood restaurant. So very, very wonderful. And I mean, you're with a representative, so you don't have to worry at all. You're with someone, and we take care of you there. And then lastly, out of the voyages that we chose to talk about today, this wonderful cruise on Seven Seas Voyager, a London to Monte Carlo. It's September 7th, 2023, a 14-night cruise, up to 114 included shore excursions on this tour, where you start in the UK, France, several ports in France, Spain, Portugal, and ending in Monaco, in Monte Carlo. So in Brest, France, there is this, which I thought was interesting. I thought maybe you would think so too, but a Breston Memorial 39-45 museum. This was a 4-hour tour with moderate activity, a Regent Choice tour at $129 per person. But here it says that hear about the significant role Brest played during the World War II while visiting Brest Castle. Visit a naval monument that replaced the one that the Germans destroyed, and pursue intriguing World War II exhibits in a museum house in a wartime concrete bunker. I thought that was very interesting. And then in Malaga, Spain, a Granada tour that was 8.5 hours at $189 per person, visiting one of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Muslim so stand in awe at the artistry of the Muslim architects that conceived the interior rooms and many patios here. Discover a National Museum of Hispanic Muslim art housed within this complex. And you see these old fortresses and tour the gardens, courtyards. And then this one would include a meal at a specially selected local restaurant. So many different options you have with Regent, and so many other options that we just, weren't able to talk about today. But for more information on, again, the full list of voyages offering the 30%, we want to make sure that you reach out to your MOAA travel advisor, because their expertise and their guidance, along with the highly personalized service, will ensure that you find the right itinerary for you. Now, whether for a special occasion or just simply for the joy of travel, remember that these are exclusive to MOAA. And if any of the 30% off rates don't work for you, we are running our wave offer right now. Now, and I don't want to confuse you, but the 30% offer rates, those will not have this offer on it. But right now, our wave offer out there is called Upgrade Your Horizon. And we're offering a 2-category suite upgrade plus a 50% reduced deposit on every other sailing we have out there, minus a Grand Voyage or World Cruises. So that offer is going on. And then plus, with this Upgrade Your Horizon offer, we are offering select sailings to Europe that have a 20% discount. Now, this is for everyone and anyone able to book, but just know that there are a lot of offers and great offers out there. And right now is definitely the time to book, because these are the best offers of the year specifically. And if you book within 2 weeks, minus and then not to confuse you, but you've got 2 weeks. You can obviously book a reservation after 2 weeks, but if you book something within 2 weeks that is not on the 30% discount dates, we'll give you an additional savings. And it depends on the length of the cruise and the suite category that you book, but this would qualify for the with the Upgrade Your Horizon offer. So with that promotion that's out there for everyone, if there are dates or something that you like, we can give you an additional savings if you book within 2 weeks with MOAA Vacations. So the time for luxury is definitely now. And as you look to explore the world once more, remember that Regent delivers an unrivaled experience with an extraordinary value. Upgrade to Regent now and book your wish list trips. Don't compromise on your travel experience, because you don't need to anymore. And make sure you take advantage of these offers that we're providing with you today for attending, and contact your MOAA Vacations advisor. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I'll turn my video back on here.
Real quick, if I could, just kind of on the specials, and we'll try to, oh man, I'm in the questions field. We'll try to summarize it in the email when we send out everybody a copy of the video. In case anyone came in late, we will be uploading today's presentation to YouTube. And then tomorrow we will be sending everybody a copy of this presentation, so you can watch it again. Somebody in the questions asked about sharing it with family. And I know I answered that question, but I want to make sure it's clear that all these MOAA discounts that we offer, the $250 shipboard credit, which is a MOAA exclusive, the 30% off, the show special, all of that applies to MOAA members and MOAA member guests. So if you bring friends or family members with you, they receive all of the savings and special offers and free amenities that you receive as well. So feel free to invite anybody you want to. So kind of back to the promotions, the 30% off is far and away the best offer. So we'll include that link in tomorrow's email, but I did put it in the chat if anybody wants to look at it, which actually goes through and lists these 30 departures that we offer the 30% off on. So that's kind of step one, I would suggest, to see if any of those sailings work for you, because that's 3 times what these other offers are going to be as far as what the savings are. It's 30% off the cruise fare. And then, as Jodi mentioned, we have the Wave, we have MOAA group promotions. There's a bunch of other offers, basically, that covers everything except the World Cruise. But anyway, so if one of those 30 dates don't work for you, kind of look to see what else there is. Feel free to give us a call, talk to Mike or Steve. They are our 2 region experts, and they can help you find the best deal for whatever destination you want to go to. The other thing, kind of to backtrack, is the 30% off promotion are all 2023 departures. So if you're looking at 24 or beyond, none of the 30% off departures are going to work for you. The show special applies to Wave or the MOAA groups or anything other than the 30% off. And then the $250 amenity that we have, which is per suite, is on everything, 30% off on everything. So what ends up happening, we keep doing more and more promotions, and it gets complicated. The easiest thing to do, I think, is give us a call or drop us an email at mail@MOAAVac and tell us where you want to go and when you want to go, and let the people that do this full-time for a living kind of look through and get back with you and say, here's the best offer for where you want to go and what you want to do. So with that, I've been answering the questions as we go. We got another one, but one of them I didn't answer online because Jodi, I knew you'd want to talk about it, was singles. Can you talk a little about, I mean, there are like 65,000 surviving spouses or single members in MOAA. So what do we have for people that are looking to travel as single?
We actually have dates specific that offer a singles savings. So we have those published on our website. Now, these dates change and are updated quarterly, so I haven't seen the update yet in this month of the new and updated dates, but I mean, we offer discounts for singles starting at 25%. So you would pay 125%. And they go into 2024 as of the last that I had seen. So we don't wait until the end or closer to the sailing and discount it for singles. We understand that you need to book it ahead of time as well. And then Jane asked the details on the entertainment. And so with us, so entertainment nightly. So we've got the Broadway themed style shows. We can do, you know, the theatrical with the aerial, you know, what's the word I'm looking for, John? I seem to have lost it, but theatrical acts, comedians. Of course, there's lectures on every single cruise, also highlighting the destinations that you're going to. There's different bars. There's that offer piano bars. There's an evening nightclub that, you know, has music that you can karaoke, dance to, and so forth.
Sorry, saying the link that I sent was wrong. I did want to go back real quick and say one other thing about singles. I mentioned before the number of surviving spouses and single members there are in MOAA. If you are interested, we do have single members that come to us and ask if we can help them find a roommate. If that's something you'd be interested in, we've done it in the past with a lot of different cruise lines and tour companies. More so on group departures we have, but we do it on individual departures as well. So if you'd be open to that, of traveling with a fellow MOAA member, just let Steve or Mike know when you call in. You know, we're here to do anything we can to make sure your trip is as enjoyable as possible. If that includes finding a roommate, we'll certainly try. What we do in that instance is if you're looking for a roommate, if we find somebody else who's looking for a roommate, ideally you'd have some flexibility. Let's say, for example, that you're interested in going to Alaska on Regent this summer, and you have a range of dates. That makes it easier for us to find somebody else who's looking to go to Alaska with a range of dates. And then we just connect the two of you by email. And then you can talk via email or talk through phone or Skype or Facebook Live or whatever it is and decide if you guys want to go on a cruise together. Obviously, not a requirement. Jodi talked already about the single rate program, but we just want to make sure that that's another unique thing that we can offer because we have access to basically 60 to 65,000 other MOAA singles. Another question. How much deposit required? When is final payment?
So the deposit for, so the 30% dates are going to require a 15% deposit. Now, depending on how close that sailing is, it could be, you know, final payment would be due right away, but you have 7 days to decide. So deposit or final payments usually due about 150 days prior to sailing. Also, on the dates, if you were to book one that offers the wave offer, the Upgrade Your Horizon, we're offering a 50% reduced deposit on those, so it's 7.5%.
Okay. Actually, right at 3 o'clock, we're not going to get that lucky, are we?
We'll see.
Man, we're good. All righty. Well, I don't see any other questions. I want to thank everybody for coming today. As I said, we're going to send you a copy of the webinar. We'll do an email. We'll kind of summarize all the different special offers. But as I said, I mean, when we have so many different opportunities to save money, it really is probably easiest to go through and kind of decide where and when you want to go, and then let the professional cruise consultants here at MOAA Vacations go and come back to you and let you know what your options are. We certainly want to help you. A couple of people did mention, ask questions about future cruise deposits or bookings that may have already been made direct with Regent. We are able to offer the discounts and the savings on those if those bookings are moved to MOAA Vacations. So once again, contact us, Steve or Mike. You have the telephone number there. You have the email address. Hopefully we've spoken to you before. If not, we look forward to helping you for the first time. We have
one more question.
A couple of webinars a month. So thanks for joining us. If this is your first time, we hope you enjoyed it, and we hope to see you again in the future. And with that, Jodi, on behalf of MOAA Vacations, MOAA, and everyone joining us today, we want to thank you for taking the time to speak with us. We know you're busy, so take an hour out of your day, and I'm going to turn it over to you for the last word.
Well, I appreciate all of you that came on and listened to it, and I truly understand it could be a little confusing with the offers out there. But one last question was, when do you sail to Alaska? And our Alaska season starts in May and ends in September, so we've got plenty of voyages. Yes, every single year. So I think that you all, there would be something for everyone out of everything that we have going on right now. And this 30% exclusive to MOAA, remember that. So you have to book through them in order to get these offers. So thank you all very much.